Happy Halloween, everybody! Woohoo! So Montreal played the first of back-to-back games in Arizona last night, and they had a 4-1 victory. And tonight they're in Las Vegas to play the Vegas Golden Knights. Like I said, now this is the second game of back-to-backs. Montreal's record so far, this is the third series of back-to-backs they're playing. Their record isn't great so far. So we'll see how that goes. So this is my preview of tonight's game. And that's all right here at Talking Habs, home of Habs hockey, where everything's dedicated to the Habs and all things hockey. To get more of my videos like this, subscribe and ring the notifications bell down there. And that'll get you your daily fix of Bleu Blanc Rouge. All right, time to throw off the gloves. Let's get right to this. Okay, so tonight's game. So Montreal is now 6-4-2. After that win, and that's good for 5th in the Atlantic Division. Vegas is 8-5-0 and 3rd in the Pacific Division. In their last 10 games, Montreal is 5-4-1 and Vegas is 6-4-0. On the road, Montreal is 3-1-2. At home, Vegas is 4-3-0. Against the West, Montreal is 4-2-0, and against the East, Vegas is 2-2-0. Okay, so now let's get to just a few stats, and then we'll get to my thoughts on the game, my keys to victory, and my prediction. Okay, so goals for per game. Montreal is at 3.67 for 5th in the league. They've scored 44 goals, which is good for 8th in the league. On the other side, Vegas is 3.08, good for 15th in the league, and they have scored 40 goals, good for 13th in the league. Goals against per game. Montreal is letting up 3 goals on average against per game. That's 16th in the league. And Vegas is at 2.77, good for 12th in the league. Montreal has given up 36 goals, 15th in the league, and Vegas has given up 36 goals overall, and they're 14th in the league. Wow. So I guess they're tied for 14th. Power play percentage, they're both at 25%, tied for 7th in the league. Penalty kill. Montreal's penalty kill came up 5% almost. So it's at 71%, good for 29th in the league. And Vegas is at 89.6%. They're second overall in the league. So Montreal really wants to stay away from, at least from being in the penalty box. So taking unnecessary penalties, stay away from that. Face-off percentage. Face-offs won. Montreal's at 47.6% for 26th in the league, and Vegas at 48.4% for 21st in the league. So neither team averaging 50% yet. I'm going to take a look at some of their scoring in a different way than I normally do. So on Montreal's side, for rookie, we got Nick Suzuki is 3-2 for 5 points in 12 games, and he's a +3. Leading the team is Brendan Gallagher, 6 goals, 5 assists for 11 points, and Jonathan Drouin, 6 goals, 5 assists, 11 points. Having a slow start this year, Paul Byron is 0 goals, 2 assists for 2 points in 12 games with 8 shots on goal. This is not normal for Paul Byron. Something's wrong there. I don't know if he's injured and we don't know about it, but something's off with Paul Byron. If it's just a down year for him, maybe he's just having an off year. That happens sometimes for players, but something's wrong there. And another slow start is Arturi Lehkonen, 1 goal, 3 assists, 4 points, -2 in 12 games played. I was expecting a lot more from Lehkonen on the Finnish side, and that's no pun intended. He's a Finnish player, but he's still getting chances, but he can't pull the trigger. For some reason, it's still happening. Hopefully that'll change soon. On the other side, for a rookie, got Cody Glass. I believe he's a rookie. 2 goals, 4 assists, 6 points. He's a -1, and that's in 13 games. Very comparative to Nick Suzuki over there. So, yeah. Nick Suzuki, by the way, was a former first-round draft pick of Vegas. That's where we got Suzuki in that trade for Pacioretty. Leading the team is Mark Stone with 7 goals, 9 assists, 16 points, 35 shots on goal. And Max Pacioretty with 2 goals, 9 assists, 11 points, and 54 shots on goal. So Max's shooting percentage has to be pretty low with 2 goals on 54 shots. So hopefully he'll get that straightened out. And on the slow side is Jonathan Marchessault with 2 goals and 5 assists for 7 points, which overall, I mean, they're great. Isn't that bad, but that's Jonathan Marchessault, should be doing better. And that's in 13 games, and he's also a -3. So, it's the second game of back-to-back games for Montreal. And Vegas's last game was Sunday night, last Sunday, at home to the Ducks, and it was a 5-2 win. So unless Vegas comes out looking rusty from 3 full days off at rest, which isn't an overly long period of time, it's a little bit long, but, you know, I don't expect them to be rusty, but unless they do that, Montreal's in a really tough game here. In 4 games lifetime versus Vegas, Montreal is 3-1-0, winning both games in Vegas. One of them in a shootout, I believe last December, I think. I expect Keith Kincaid in nets tonight, but you never know. I heard that can't scratch my head through this helmet. Julian had said that if Carey Price has a somewhat easy night, that they might start him. He wasn't gonna say yes or no to that. So it's possibility it's Price because this is a big game, but I'm kind of expecting Kincaid either way. And I expect to see Marc-Andre Fleury on the opposite side. Vegas has 3 nights off. Everybody should be rested. I don't see why the backup would be in nets. So Montreal's work's cut out for them. They have to fight off any fatigue they might have and face a rested team with fresh legs who are at home and with the crowd behind them. And Montreal not faring well in Game 2 of back-to-back games. Their record in the second game of back-to-backs isn't great this year, last year either. So, okay, enough with the excuses. Keys to victory here. Vegas has a good offense, good special teams, solid D. They're getting Alex Tuch, Nate Schmidt, and Malcolm Subban, who's the backup goalie, back from injury tonight. You're supposed to have them back in the lineup. It's going to be a hard game to win. So Montreal has to establish their game plan early and control the puck. Keep Vegas out of their zone. No matter who's in nets, doesn't matter if it's Price or it's Kincaid. Got to keep Vegas out of the zone as much as possible and keep Vegas shooters to the outside. They got to play a tight defense like they played last night. Their defense tightened up last night, and they got to keep that up. They got to keep that tightened defense up. That's the way they played against the Coyotes last night. Keep that good special teams play. By that, I really mean the penalty kill. Keep that penalty kill going. Don't give up a goal there. And listen, that power play's been good up to now. They didn't get a goal last night. Doesn't mean they can't get a goal tonight. So try to get the special teams play all around. Good special teams play. Skating, speed, and skill. Secondary scoring has to come alive. And I'm talking here Byron, KK, and Lehkonen. That line is not doing anything, really. They didn't do much. KK's the only one I noticed last night on that line. Lecky a bit for missing chances. So he needs to start pulling the trigger. Byron needs to start to find a way around to score. I just don't get what's going on there. Solid goaltending's a definite need tonight. And last but not least, they got to play that 60-minute game like they did play last night. They played a 60-minute game, a solid 60-minute game, and look, they won. So it doesn't really matter what kind of team they play against. If they play their game and they can establish their game, they should be able to win. So my prediction for tonight, I'm kind of going 2 ways. I'm not going to give this one. I thought about it for like 10 minutes. I can't figure it out. So this is what I'm saying. If Montreal wins, I'm going 4-3 Montreal. I don't know if it's overtime or shootout, but 4-3 Montreal if Montreal comes away with the victory. If Vegas wins, I see it as 4-2 for Vegas. So that's the best I'm going to do. Listen, it's my channel. If I want to make 2 predictions, I can, okay? I don't see the rules written anywhere. Where are their rules? Anyway, so yeah, that's how I see it. If Montreal wins, 4-3 Montreal. If Vegas wins, 4-2 for Vegas. So that's pretty much it. If you like the video and you like my helmet, that's my costume. Did you notice? That's my costume. If you haven't figured it out, it's Halloween, so that's my costume. Because I normally would wear something like this. Okay, so if you like the video, give it a thumbs up. And go down there and subscribe and ring that notification bell. And that's going to notify you of all my videos as they come out and give you your daily fix of Bleu, Blanc, Rouge. And please leave any comments you may have about the video. Let me know what you guys think the score will be, who you think is going to stand out in the game, anything you might have to say in that comment section below, because I read them all. And I think that's it. So enjoy the game if you're watching it. If not, check out my review after the game. It's a late game, so expect it out in the morning sometime. And hopefully you'll watch that and let me know what you think. So have a good night. Go Habs, go! Let's kick some Vegas Golden Knight ass. Bye, y'all.